everyone, welcome to Science Lab. The science are happening because Lord Jesus is coming.
Every day we are looking at some of the great signs that are happening around us. Today we are going to see some of the strange sights taking place in the sky.
Yeah, since the discovery of the telescope, astronomers have made huge steps into understanding the origin of the known cosmos. However, even after so many years, we are finding things in deep space that no one has seen before.
On June 26, 2020, something mysterious occurred when 4 strange objects were identified by the radio telescope Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder. This seemed unlike any other astronomical objects ever seen before and ignited a spark of interest in the astronomical and space community.
The first 3 objects were spotted in the depths of space using a pilot survey of a new project called the Evolutionary Map of the Universe, while the 4th object was retrieved in Achiel data which were collected by the Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope in India and helped to confirm that the first 3 are not just lens anomalies.
The object's distance from our solar system is still unknown, but one thing is certain, that they are not located in the Milky Way's galactic neighborhood. Each object was calculated at around 1 arc-minute across, keeping in mind that as seen from the Earth, the Sun and the Moon both have angular diameters of about 30 arc-minutes. The 4 unidentified objects are highly circular with bright edges and look like distant ring-shaped islands. Because of their strange shape and peculiarity, they were characterized as odd radio circles, or ORCs for short. It seems that ORCs might have different origins. All of them were visible in radio wavelengths but completely detachable in visible light, infrared light and X-ray light. 2 of them have galaxies at their center, which means that they might have formed by them, while 2 of the ORCs might have some of the interconnections or even same origins, since they seem to be in close vicinity. There are several possible explanations of what those ORCs might be, but none of them seem to fit perfectly the object's specifications and characteristics. The astronomers already ruled out a description for those ORCs objects like supernovae remnants, planetary nebulas, circumstellar shells, star-forming galaxies, or even the possibility of gravitational lensing. But the EMU survey is just beginning, and astronomers expect it to reveal more unusual objects as the time goes. Speaking of strange space objects and unsolved mysteries, we don't need to go very far to find a celestial body to draw the astronomers' attention. If we look inside our own very solar system backward, we will find Haumea, a dwarf planet, which is found in the Kuiper Belt beyond Neptune's orbit. Why it is a strange planet, you're asking? Well, a day in Haumea lasts only 4 Earth hours, making it the fastest rotation large objects of the solar system. Actually, it's rotating so fast that scientists argue that possibly this is one of the reasons for Haumea's weird shape. This planet is not spherical, as you'd expect any planet that respects itself to be, but instead it looks a bit like a football, since it's more or less twice as long in one direction as it is in the other. Haumea is 10 times smaller than the Earth, with a radius of about 385 miles and has 2 moons, Namaka and Hilaka. Due to its distance from the Sun, almost 43 times the Earth's distance from it, one orbitical period is approximately 282 Earth years. But a recent discovery made Haumea an even more interesting space object. It appears that this hobbit-sized planet's equator is encircled by a 43-mile wide ring of debris located around 620 miles from its surface. This discovery, in combination with Haumea's unusual features and the trajectories of several Kuiper Belt free-roaming objects, give the astronomers a very good indication of what happened with this dwarf planet. According to a mathematical model, it looks like a large Kuiper-Belt object smacked at some point the younger and the larger Haumea. The dwarf planet's ring and the moon seem to be fragments of that collision, which also seems responsible for its fast-paced rotation. This is still a theory regarding Haumea, but seems to fit the bill very closely. If we could go a bit further to a mere 20 light-years away from us, we can find that the planet SIMP 0136 on the constellation of Pisces. This planet has given the scientists a good head-scratching, since it was discovered to have such a strong magnetic field than in an imaginary arm-wrestling competition with Jupiter. SIMP 0136 would win as if it was wrestling against an ant. You see, it has a magnetic point of more than 200 times stronger than Jupiter's, which as a referred point has 16 to 54 times stronger magnetic field than the Earth. The planet forms the most spectacular auroras, and astronomers don't really know the reason behind this, but hopefully we will know in the near future. Furthermore, this planet is of even greater interest to the scientists because it's exactly at the border between a planet and the brown dwarf, or it is also called a failed star. This characterization means that the planet is quite large at about 12.7 times the mass of our solar system's biggest planet, Jupiter, but not quite large to fuse hydrogen in the way all stars do. Under further investigation, it was discovered that SIMP 0136 is actually a youngster brown dwarf of only 200 million years of age and is traveling the cosmos of its own without an orbit around a star. The scientists hope that SIMP 0136 will give them answers regarding the magnetic dynamo mechanisms of planets beyond our solar system. And with the help of their radio telescopes, they will discover more planets with such distinctive auras.
So far we saw some of the strange signs that are taking place in the sky. Don't go anywhere. Let's meet after a short break. Welcome back to Science Lab. The signs are happening because Lord Jesus is coming. Before the break, we saw some of the strange signs that are taking place in the sky. Now let's continue. One of the greatest problems in cosmology is that of dark matter. Well, this has nothing to do with black particles or any sinister type of material that destroys celestial objects.
Dark matter, or as we initially called missing matter, is a type of material that cannot observe, reflect or emit light and cannot be detected by observing electromagnetic radiation. This means that it's extremely difficult to detect, and astronomers can only identify it by observing the gravitational effects that it has no other visible objects. One of the leading theories is that dark matter is made up of some new kind of subatomic particles that we haven't discovered yet. Even though detachable dark matter is extremely essential since it acts as the glue that keeps the visible matters of all known galaxies together. Astronomers estimate that the dark matter accounts for 85% of the matter in the universe and about 25% of its total mass energy density. This is a lot, and it means the dark matter exists almost everywhere, so just keep that thought for a second. In 2018, a team of astronomers announced that they have discovered the first known galaxy which contained an amazingly low amount of dark matter, almost zero. Its name NGC 1052 DF2, or the more convenient DF2. This 10 billion year old galaxy is 6.5 million light years away from our solar system. and is more or less the same size as our Milky Way, but contains 200 times fewer stars. Because of that, DF2 is classified as an ultra-diffuse galaxy, which means that it has low luminosity and detachability. How did the scientists find out that DF2 has very little levels of dark matter? Well, we said the dark matter affects the movement of planets and other celestial objects. We know it's there because without it, there is no way of explaining the trajectories and velocities of the planet and stars. This did not seem to be the case with DF2, and several star clusters inside it are moving at speed in line with the only mass of the observable normal matter. After close inspection, it seemed that DF2 contained at best 1/400 the amount of dark matters that astronomers had expected it to have. One of the reasons that constituted DF as an oddball galaxy is its shape. It doesn't have a noticeable central region or any of the characteristics of a spiral galaxy, such as spiral arms or a disk. It doesn't look like an elliptical galaxy either, and there is no evidence of DF2 has a central black hole, just a stellar halo and several globular clusters. Everything about this galaxy seems strange and cannot be explained by any of the modern theories. The same team of astronomers quickly discovered another galaxy that shares the same bizarre nature in terms of low concentration in dark matter, with the name NGC 1052 DF4, or DF4 for short. Every galaxy we knew about before has the dark matter, so you can understand that this kind of discoveries are a breakthrough that might help us understand the way dark matter's few galaxies work and get a firmer grip of the mysteries of the cosmos. In 2018, a dwarf galaxy nicknamed BEDIN-1 was discovered in our Milky Way space backyard, just 30 million light-years away from our doorstep. As a reference point, the whole observable universe is a homogeneous 93 billion light-years across, so you can understand that this is extremely close to us. BEDIN is characterized as a dwarf spiral galaxy because of its small size, low luminosity, lack of dust, and its old stellar populations. However, this newly found galaxy is special in so many ways. First of all, it's tiny, just 3,000 light-years from side to side. In order to grasp how small it is, think that the Milky Way's famous spiral disk has a diameter of 100,000 light-years. Furthermore, BEDIN-1 is approximately 2 million light-years away from any other bigger galaxies, which makes it the most isolated dwarf galaxy known to man. Lonely isn't a bad thing in the universe. It means that the dwarf galaxy hasn't had any interactions with the other galaxies. But the most important is that BEDIN-1 is calculated to be as old as the universe itself, more or less 13 billion years of age, and also due to its isolation from any other galaxies, BEDIN-1 is equivalent to a living fossil from the earthly days of the universe. Who knows how many secrets this grandpa of a galaxy hides from us? Only time will tell. When it comes to a deep space unanswered mysteries, one thing is sure, that we still have many spectacular things and objects to discover.
The world leaders, scientists, and major world religions are expecting aliens to visit our planet Earth and save the humanity.
Revelation 12:7-12 says about Satan thrown out of heaven in the days to come, before the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. They will be cast to the earth, When they come to it, it will be more likely the world will accept them as aliens who have come to save the earth. And so these strange unidentified flying objects have given the hope to scientists that there is something out there in the space and they are expecting something to appear.
We televise these strange signs in the sky to give awareness about it to the people that fearful sights and great signs are happening in the sky. When the Lord Jesus said this, He didn't say about it in a positive sense, but it is a danger to come. These are happening exactly, He said, and there is no doubt we are living in the last days of the end times that the Lord Jesus Christ warned about.
All this shows that what is mentioned in the Bible that are going to take place in the end times are taking place in our lifetime. We are living in the last days and the Lord Jesus Christ is coming again very soon. Thank you for watching this episode and don't forget to tune into Science Lab next time.
Before we end the show, we'd like to ask you a question from this episode. What does ORC mean? Option A, odd radio circles. Option B, orbit radio circles. And option C, omega radio circles.
If you know the correct answer, send it to our email ID sciencelab@angeltv.org. If you have missed any of the episodes, don't worry, you can watch it again and again in our Science Lab YouTube page. But don't forget to like, share and comment on the video.
Ask your friends and relatives to watch the Science Lab so that they will know that we are living in the last days. Remember, signs are happening because Lord Jesus is coming.
Maranatha.